I'm gonna go for my mains from, like, kind of going across, I guess you could say, that type of thing. But here's the thing. Now, not all these characters may be repped. Some, I do not really have the best way of trying to level these characters. But, the characters I'll be, there are a way better ways to play these characters, but these are just gonna go over their movesets. That's from, like, just the moveset itself. Warden. He's the first one. And the thing is, this is literally the easiest character to play, but he's probably so hard to actually, you know, kill people with. I'm surprised anybody does this without double teaming, ledging, or any other type of cheap move, or literally just getting somebody while they're trying to kill someone AFK or something like that. Because, I mean, this character, you either Vortex or you don't. And the Vortex was nerfed, so it's basically Stephen Hawking's right now. Oh, but... Alright, will you shut up, my Viking brethren? Alright, here's his Vortex, is you do this. So that's one thing. His Vanguard's advance. Hold on. I think it's supposed to be a chain. But it's not showing that I have done the chain right. That's like the most honorable execution in this game. Guardian's Assault. And Warden's Wrath. My friend used to think this was the double light attack, but Warden's Wrath is the two heavies. This character isn't too bad, but I don't recommend playing him if you want to do a bit better. Like, I recommend playing with, like, friends, or maybe, like, you know, in environments where, you know, you got yourself some more opportunities, if that makes sense. Alright, that's the max I can have. So, here's his rushing slash. It's that. His crushing counter strike. Oh wait, I can't do that one, because rushing counter slash requires you to do something. Alright, but like, here is the shoulder bash. Then you can do that, and here is the shoulder bash mix-up. Well, that's pretty much the Warden. Hold on. Not change opponent. No. Change hero. Now, if you want to play the Warden but be the toxic Warden, then go ahead and do the Vortex, as I showed you how to do that. Because they had to heavily nerf that. No, like, they heavily nerfed the Warden's Vortex, which I bet you is way harder to pull off because he has a charged... I bet you that's probably why the shoulder bash is actually charged now, so that way he can't really do his Vortex. But you got Centurion, who can combo lock. Next will be the Raider. Obviously, this has got to be my top main, or I just played him too much while trying to get him to rep 3, which was the case, and I picked up so many other characters. I think I have mixed together the Forge outfit and the Rep 2 outfit, because the Rep 2 outfit I thought looked good, but I have, like, all emblems are from, like, the Forge and the ornament and this. Yep. Raider, for most people, this is probably, like, one of the most toxic characters to fight against. Wabam, wabam, wabam. They're wild swinging. This is like one you'll see bots use a lot, is the wild swinging. And also, this is my favorite execution I have. But then it will soon be doormat if I actually get that. Winding slashes. Chains, though, you'll never pull off. What you want to do is you want to be the Raider with the mind games. Or just be, like, very, very annoying. And because... Alright, here's Raider Fury. It's a zone attack. It messes up a lot to where you do, like, that tap. I'm trying not to do the tap. I'm trying to do the zone attack. Sometimes like, zone attacks are broken. There you go. Then you can also... Hold on. Somehow. If I will... Hold on. I need to get stamina. Okay, hold on. That's like the one thing. I don't actually know in particular how to use Raider Fury, where you turn it into like the tap, the pommel tap. Alright, Reaping Charge, here we go. Alright, hold on. Stampede Charge. This is like probably the most toxic part about this character. Especially when he can do that as a normal guard mode, and he can do that. Oh man, if there's a ledge, you would know exactly why people are toxic about that. Stunning tap, rushing guard break. So basically, I didn't actually know that was a move. I thought, and then here's the tap. That's the Raider, like, that's just his moveset. Of course, I said guide, but I really just meant moveset, going over the moveset. Cause like a lot of characters like that, you kind of have to feint. Not just, you know, if you don't know what a feint is, it's where you cancel attack to do something else. One feint I really am good at using is the Kensei with his unblockable to guard break feint. Now this can get a lot of people and is really great for any of you ledgers out there who want to seem honorable at first, because boy will you look honorable, but the second they'll look the other way thinking, wow, this guy is not honorable at all, right after you ledge them. This character is actually really cool looking when you get him high rep, high level, high everything, and high on weed, every type of thing. Alright, I have to go over the chains first because I'm going over all of them. So, bam, 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 bam. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's a zone. I just wanted to make sure because I never really used this guy's zone before. Well, bam. Hold on. Because the bots automatically deflect unless they're like, you know, not a normal character, if they're like an assassin. This guy's got a lot of freaking chains, and you can mix these up a heck of a lot. Play a lot of freaking mind games. Doom of the Kensei. Wait a minute. Aw, man, I missed out on the awesome execution I have for this guy, but a few characters I actually am gonna main. I would link this stuff in the description if I could link something in the description of a video I just started. But if you go to Raven Gaming, spelt with a Y-N-E, not Raven, like E-N. If you spot, because that guy, he does a lot of For Honor stuff. So if you do want to get into this game, all right, hold on. Here's what it is. I'm trying to show off the feint. He also has a few other moves that I am going to show off. Kensei, honestly, I think he's probably like one of the, definitely one of the better Vanguard. Cause if I were to tier it, it'd go Kensei best, like Kensei S rank out of Vanguard at least. Warden is like F rank. Then Raider is kind of A, B-ish rank, you know. Not something that's terrible, is like the Raider's like not something terrible, but definitely not the best character. But Warden, just forget Warden. Dude, the dude has nothing going for him. Like he needs to just get more attacks, really. Here, you got this, bam, bam, and crashing plate. Aw, man, I tapped them, but, oh, okay, River's Flow. I didn't think I was gonna do that one. Quit doing that. Ah, man, that's the wrong one. Hold on. And I also get an execution. I'm pretty sure this was the one that was added in Season 6, and all of those were brutal. Hold on. Now it's time to actually switch these. But as you can see, the chains, how those go. Now we're getting into some of the real juicy moves that I'm pretty sure define Kensei by now. Alright, so you got Shifting Ground, it's his last chain. Ah, man, I did a different one. Just kind of tap him to death. I know a lot of Lawbringers probably do that top tap to death, and it's so annoying to me. Because it's not really, like, skillful. It's literally all you gotta do to win. There are a few characters that all they either need to do or all they used to need to do. That wasn't Helm Splitter, that's Helm Splitter. There, Lawbringer tap skills. That is the Lawbringer level of tapping. Butterflies. Now we're getting into the most. These are the most juicy of stuffs. All right, here we've got Nature's Wrath. It's kind of like for chasing down opponents. So if I could, hold on, opponent settings, hold position. So now he'll stay there. Okay, opponent settings, hold position. Hold on, opponent settings. Alright, so set the opponent to hold position if specific setups are required or to practice range moves using sprint attacks. Yeah, so alright, so he tries to stay within the range. So there you go, and then Swift Strike. This is cancer to like Lawbringers who use the shovel and the judo flip. Or not the shovel and the judo flip, the shovel and the shove. Because I was thinking of the two names for the shovel, which is the shovel and the judo flip, but that's where he does like a flip. And what you can do is do this, and you can do that with a few other characters too. Alright, let's do this one. Alright, here's another thing. You can spam that, like that's for all those ledgers out there who really want to be cancer. You can do that until you move them to a ledge. So if you want to be the Kensei ledge god, then there you go. That's the way to do it. And that is the end of the Kensei part. Alright, so change hero. The Kensei was given a lot of chains, a lot of moves, and you can feint and mix up, like you play mind games with your opponent with this character. Or so if you want to play the character good, you gotta learn to feint. And feinting's fairly simple, but you know you gotta know what you're doing when you're feinting. And I would say I main Conquer, but you mainly just windmill. I'm gonna go over all this guy's moves because a lot of this guy is sort of like a crowd favorite character for when you start off. Like you'll see the Shigoki and then you'll think, that dude looks cool. That dude looks like he can destroy people. I mean, he can destroy minions, he can destroy people too, but it really all depends. Like the footage from my earlier video that I literally released a second ago. Hello Jarl, how you doing? Alright, so here's the charging heavy. Bash and smash. Bone crusher. Alright, well I can't do Bone Crusher, but I can do the mountain. Pop goes the weasel. And then the teabag. Alright, Bone Crusher. This character is probably the easiest he is the easiest heavy. His moveset is fairly limited to only quite a few things, but that doesn't matter because his moveset is fairly cool, and this has got to be probably the hardest move to pull off on actual players, and it's the Demon's Embrace. Basically, it gives them a hug of death. It heals you, it doesn't give you any stamina, but what it does do is it does damage the opponent, and opponent settings, AI bot level 1. And I'm just gonna let him hit me. Hold on. I'm gonna kill him first. Because he can't parry, so I can just do that if I want to. Now I do have a way for the Lawbringer to troll your friends with, and I will do a Lawbringer guide, because Lawbringer's not too bad, but I wouldn't say I main him. Alright, I want this guy to hit me a little bit. Hold on. Did I set him to AI level 1? Yeah, I did. I'm letting him chip me down to like 1 bar of health. This is all purposeful. Alright, now opponent settings, custom moveset. Dang it! I did that after he was going to hit, so maybe I should have been in guard mode. Hold on, opponent settings, back to AI bot level 1. I'm gonna let him hit me a bit until it'll take him like one more attack. Alright, one more hit. Wait. Ah, no. Dang it. I did the wrong thing. I was like thinking, hold on, I need to back out and then dodge, and then I did that. Sorry. Okay. I'll do it again. Hold on. Alright, so this time I'm just gonna be in card mode. Sorry, I messed that up. But like basically what you need to do is you need to get to 1 bar of health, and I'll show you what the Demon's Embrace can do by that point. And if I were to say anything, most of the Knight characters besides PK and then the Roman boys are pretty much trash. Because the Conqueror's a big turtle. I mean, as said, as he's one of the shield characters. Hold on. Are you set to be... Alright, AI bot level 1. So basically I'll just avoid blocking this thing's attacks until I get to like 1. I'm trying to avoid just blocking the attacks until I get to 1 bar of health. Alright, now I'm going to put him to custom moveset. So now, if I do this, it's an instant kill and you get a heck of a lot of health back from it. So that's what I was trying to show off, but it kept failing. So now I'm gonna go to moveset. So that's all those ones, and then we've got this one left. I'm pretty sure. So now it only works if you do it like that. And then, like, look at that damage right there. If you want to be a real troll, okay, wait, I didn't actually go over one more. The Demon Ball. But first, I just want to show you how funny it could be when you kind of do that move. Hold on. Like, I'm gonna get him. Here, I'm gonna show you how funny this move can be. The Demon Ball, when, you know, cause, when you kill them with it. Cause it's basically like you just slung a dead carcass for no reason. Cause that move does do damage, but it's mainly a ledge move. Alright, change here because that's the end of that. Now I will also do a Valkyrie one, even though Valkyrie I don't really main because, you know, Valkyrie isn't like, she doesn't have, I don't have like too fond of like, I don't know, I just don't like the Valkyrie, but we're not going to the hybrids just yet. Now I skip PK because I don't freaking play PK. Like, usually with PK, most people would say, it just feels so easy. Like, I don't know how you freaking play the PK. I mean, maybe if I took a look at her moveset, but she feels more like that scrawny little character that can get hits in, but only if you actually have played her a bit and learned her moveset. And I feel like I know this character and the Orochi better, and they're both harder assassins. And Berserker is, okay, Dance of Paired Blade, of the Paired Blades, so it's basically, now, alright, Bear Mauler. Okay, and he does have quite a few unblockables, but most of them do require you to actually, you know, get multiple hits in. Boar Rush. Boar Rush! Of course, he's gonna block that since he's literally set to block that. Alright, so, spin chop. 360 no chop. 360 no chop. Head slicer. And you can also follow it up with that if you want. But most of the time they'll parry it. Head crusher. Wait, wrong one. This is head crusher. Which usually what I do, you know, if I'm playing Berserker, Kensei, or Orochi, I'll do like a spin dash-ish thing like this. I'll do that because it's just a free hit for me. Alright, and then slashing rush. Hold on. Oh wait, it's... Oh, it's just... Wait, hold on. If only he wasn't blocking this, because that is probably his best move right there. Okay, I think slashing rush is that, but it's just not showing that. I just call that a zone attack. Oh wait, both of those moves are deflected, so I can't really do that. I'm not showing off ones that I'd have to deflect just because most of them either are weak or just don't really matter. Who is this that is on the air? Don't even try to send a message in the comments because that ain't gonna work. Also, this isn't really a guide. This is more or less of a going over the moveset. That's what I'd call it. Just going over the moveset of characters. Luckily, this character's moveset is pretty much how you play him. So for anybody who can't play a character by fainting a bunch, this is probably the best way to play. It's this guy. This guy also got like a buff, basically, where his light attacks are now way faster and he's got way more of a moveset. If you wanted to, you could call him the new Samurai Shaman. That's one of his moves is the crosswind slashes. You got Gale Swipes. I recommend not doing that one. Cyclone Slashes. Okay, that was the wrong one, but just gonna follow it up with a heavy anyway. Pretend like I did that right. Also, if you want to be a good Orochi, do what every Orochi does. Guard break when they're at 1 bar of health and then just kill them that way. But I'll properly do the Cyclone Slashes. There you go. And moveset 4, I can put 4 there, yeah. But I took one out instead. Alright, he's got tidal wave slashes. Usually, like, thing is this character is probably one of the best ones for console, because it's almost impossible to get to parry and block light attacks without being either very skilled or are playing with a keyboard and mouse. I don't know how to say that one. Okay, I bet you that will never be put in. Lightning strikes twice. I wouldn't call that lightning, I'd call that a slow slash. And then you got crashing wave. Wait. Hold on, I didn't do it right. Alright, there we go. It's a top thing. Alright. Alright, now we're getting into some of the good stuff. Wind Gust. Oh, I know this one. And Hurricane Blast, these two, you have to deflect, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so... doesn't even show you on this thing. Which is stupid, because, like, you see... you got, like, that thing where it's, like, bounce off. But that is a deflect. Deflect by dodging in the direction of an incoming attack just before impact. So when you do that deflect, it will, you know, stab them. And then you'll do one of those. But I'm not going to show those off. And then also, I'm pretty sure undodgeable, yeah. And then uninterruptible stance. Or as most of the fans of the game call it, hyper armor. Which this one has, Hurricane Blast. Never actually pulled that off because I didn't actually know the circumstances for it. Alright, hold on. Alright, Riptide Strike. That's like a fairly easy move. I don't know why it wasn't hitting. Oh, this thing you can mix up like crazy, because watch this. I could literally just spin the thing over and over. And then here's the best Orochi tip. But if you're fighting somebody that knows how to counter guard break, forget it. need to get a new execution for this guy, because that one got pretty old pretty fast. Lightning strike. And that is an undodgeable. And then these two. This was the one I mentioned for when people do like either leaping attacks or they do some type of like shove-ish thing, because when they come for you, you can just dodge out the way and then slice at them, and then basically get like right behind them. So yay for you. All right, now to change, not opponent, hero. Then we're gonna move on to hybrids. Ah, my mic's off. I'm not gonna show off the Nabushi, because Nabushi has a lot of freaking bleeds, and I got nothing against her. It's just I don't find her too good of a character to fight. It's not a fun character to fight, honestly. I remember when my friend Aiden, he said my Lawbringer cost more money because he had like one execution for him. I have a mythic outfit and one execution. I wouldn't say I had maintenance character. Alright. This is probably a very much wanted, like, one that most people would try to pull off. I mean, that is actually a really good one to try to pull off in, like, a Dominion where there's so much going on, people won't really try it too hard to, like, you know, block and deflect attacks like that. Alright, but, yeah, alright. And then you got Swift Justice. I don't call that Swift Justice. I call this Swift Justice. That should just be a Swift Justice right there, is just doing that. Bam! I remember a guy, he did videos, I don't remember like who did the videos, but he did like if For Honor characters had theme songs, and then two of them for the Lawbringer were Johnny Cash. Yeah, and one of them, the first one in his first video was God's Gonna Cut You Down. Swift Justice finisher. So it's wha-bam, wha-bam, and then wha-bam, wha-bam. I don't think so. Hold on, wait. That's the impaling charge, but hold on. Impaling. Oh, okay, I can't show off this. Blind Justice and those two I can't show off. I can't really show off most of this guy's moveset. But you know, can show off some of it. And then here's a move that I don't recommend anybody do unless they really know what they're doing. And I'll do it right in a sec, but I'm gonna show off the move that no Lawbringer should do constantly. And this is probably why my friend, even though he might be fairly decent as a Lawbringer, isn't good at him. And it's because he abuses this. Is the long arm, or I call it the shovel. Then you got the shove, which you can do a spam with if you want to troll some friends that might have just gotten the game. Then impale, and then like that impaling riposte. That one is you parry to one of the sides, and then what is it? You know what you do. You do the thing. Hold on. I still got these two. Hold on, wait. Shove alternative. Okay, it might be here. Block an incoming attack. Okay, so that's one thing, but here's another sort of like. Alright, so here's basically the spam. If hold on, I'm gonna get this character down to like no health. Okay, that's the spam basically right there, because you got the shove. All it requires is the shove, heavies, and then the shove mix up. Because what you do is you do the unblockable, and then you press square, and then he does an instant shove again. And like this you can troll friends with because they probably won't know how to parry yet. So I don't recommend doing this like in actual game because most people would probably avoid it. But the thing is, you need to like use that shove very sparingly. You need to mainly be like tapping, doing stuff like that. Yeah, you see, that's how you're supposed to use the long arm. Not just like, alright, out of nowhere do it. I didn't actually think it was gonna spawn in. But like, here's kind of like a good type of way you could play the Lawbringer. Okay, I messed that up, but it's kind of tap, do that, but that will get you an execution if they're at that much health. But I'll show it properly in a sec once he comes back to life like a zombie. Where are you? You're somewhere. There you are. But like here's a tip to most people that might play Lawbringer or want to pick him up. Dang it, I keep messing that up. But like, hold on. Tap, do that. Alright, so you tap on. Opponent settings, can I make it so he can't die? But one thing is most people that might get this game, when you play the campaign, you're basically taught just do guard breaks and heavies. You're not taught like how to actually play a character. But here's what I was talking about. You do this, bam, then you get that, and then you get a free heavy light as well. Or actually not a light, but you could possibly. And if you really want to be a dick, you could just tap them until they die. Now the only reason that's actually a good idea is because they won't, unless you keep doing it more than once to them, then they won't really expect it. So they'll just be like, and then just like, and you just keep doing that every time they're open. So it's like, you know, you block a few of their attacks, and then, again. And also another tip, that will stun them, just in case you don't know what a stun is. Now, this is mainly for people that might want to pick this game up and then pick up a certain character. Next, we're going on to the Valkyrie. Valkyrie, topic of some discussion. Valkyrie can be good. Can be. Valkyrie is mainly a character you should spam light attacks with. Because that's basically her moveset right there. There's a lot of light attacks, and especially a lot of her movesets comes after like one light, a second light. So you better be hoping you're playing this character on console. Especially if you're going to use most of her like chains, because alright, here's the first chain, Boar Hunter. Thrust and slash, so this, and just to get the execution. And Harrier's Fury, he is what, bam, bam, bam. But thing is most people will block those unless you switch it up. So what I'd recommend is doing something like that. Here's what to do. That's one thing, is just be a turtle and then stab. So basically just kind of like block a bunch of attacks and just constantly just tap them. And that's also like, and this is also another character that can do stuff like that, but alright, here we go. This. There's that one. Pouncing Thrust. This one, Hunter Strike. This one, and Shield Crush. And also you can do that, which is also very cancerous. Because it's like, well, bam. And you just trip them. And then you kill them. And you don't even get an execution because they're on the ground. But that's just being mean right there. This character actually has a pretty decent moveset. Shoulder pin. Hold on. Let me check what that is. Shoulder pin, you can bleed them. Wait, what does that mean, though? Hold shield tag. Okay, problem here, I have no idea what that is supposed to mean. I don't think I'll be able to do that one just because I don't know what that means. But here's something. You get a full guard mode, bam. And also, oh, you get a sweep too. But thing is they really, okay, spear sweep. Alright, here's the normal one. Ram's headbutt. There's that. Crushing shield spear sweep. Oh wait. There we go. Now this one I don't get. Icon legend. And so it doesn't tell me at all what that icon means. There are a few icons that aren't shown from at all, and it's confusing to me. Like, what am I supposed to do with this one? Does it do this? Definitely not do that, but still, I'm confused. I don't get it. That's something also Ubi should fix, is just, okay, we're gonna add in this icon, but not tell you what the icon means, because in training modes and stuff, because why not? And also another recommendation, don't play the story first, unless you want to get steel or something. And then now we're moving on to characters in the DLC. I'm a bug-eyed gladiator. Not bug-eyed, more like cross-eyed. Not cross-eyed, what would it be? Lazy-eyed gladiator. There we go. Gladiator has a pretty freaking easy moveset. The only sucky thing for most players is if you don't know how to dodge, or you're not good at dodging because of assassins being, you know, not holding guard modes and all that stuff, well, then you're probably not gonna like this character. Or you might like him and you might learn, because this character is pretty good. Especially if you do this. Obviously that bot's gonna block it, but you can, like, very much roundabout that. You got your skewered, all that. Alright, I'm gonna stop messing around and doing normal tactics, and I'm just gonna show off the combos. Now, don't do them all in the same place, because then the opponent's just gonna read you like a book. But just for the purpose of showing off the combo and what it kind of looks like. And also this awesome execution they added in. This one's feisty. Literally is probably one of my favorites. Neptune's Rage, 2 heavies. You're never going to get the 2 heavies. And then you got Wave Rider. You might get that one. I really just like this execution for this character. He's got another one similar to this, and it's How Dare You. The opponent fights back in both of those. Nope. So he's got a lot of freaking chains. You've got Encore. There's Encore, Twist of Fate. 1, 2, 3. Bam. So if you do Encore and Twist of Fate successfully, then you're gonna get an execution on a character with the same amount of health as a Warden. And then Standing Ovation. Oh man, this one is probably his longest chain, because it might be the longest chain in the game, because it's 5 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heavy. Like, look how much health he has now. A lot, not at all. One thing I don't like about doing executions near a wall is they'll very much like mess with the animation. Also, I didn't do this one, but who cares, because I'll do these ones. Alright, so you got sprint attack. Just gonna have opponent settings, just hold position, because this one's better for that, the charging. Alright, so you got crowd pleaser, which is basically the sprint attack, but you know you can do it. The sting, which I actually did not know he had that. You can literally follow that up with anything you want. Or actually, it can only be followed up with a heavy attack. Oops, that was showed off too early. But that showed off everything, because I mean, like, this character is he has a pretty good moveset, and one that can be fairly annoying when you mess with your opponent with it. He also has like a feint thing you can do. You can do a couple of feints and a bunch of stuff like that, but I honestly don't use feints unless I look up a guide for them. Skewer deflect, you can deflect the skewer, and I'm just gonna show off the ones. Alright, these two I won't be able to do, but the counter jab is you parry and then you do a jab. And then also I'll show off a zone attack right here, which is pretty cool. You got cheap shot, which it's to do a sucker punch, which I actually did earlier. You have this, and if they're out of stamina, that will actually knock them to the ground. And also, you can kill them by doing that. Oh wow, he got up from a severe toe injury. You skewer in chains, well actually you just throw it in after pretty much any attack. Cause, hold on, watch this. Hold on. If I think, yeah, you can do it after pretty much any attack. Which I think is probably why it's parried, but I think it shouldn't be parried because it's like the main move for the gladiator. And also, alright, hold on. Well, bam, and there's the throw. So, there's the gladiator. Gladiator is good. Centurion, though, like, oh yeah, let's make it so the gladiator skewer can be parried because, you know, that's overpowered. But, you know, it's not overpowered as the Centurion's combo lock. I guess it's because that is counterable, but because of how freaking hard it is to counter, forget countering it. This character is one of the turtles, but he's in disguise. It's not this character. Wait for it. A turtle in disguise. He may have no shield, but he has one thing that's better than a shield. Now, I won't be able to show it off because I'm not going to have him try to attack me. Actually, I will. Just because this character is a full-on counter-attacker, so I'm going to have him attack me for a lot of them. But, the thing is he's got a thing where he can just insta-parry people. Oh, and Tempest. I'm pretty unfamiliar with this thing. So this is how it works. So, well bam, that's Tempest. Or Tempest's alternate is, it's, which used to be able to just be windmilled, and then there's his little thing. I'll show off what that is. Hold on. It's, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Get out of here. Alright, now time for these, which will require me to opponent settings, AI level 1. Alright, so the rushing thing, hold on, it's, forget it, because he's gonna kill me otherwise. Alright, ring the bell is, okay, hold on, here's ring the bell. Or actually no, that's Fury Unleashed. Trying, but like, Let's Fury Unleashed again, dang it. Ah, like you can't do that in time, because he doesn't throw it up in time. And for like attacks and stuff. So if somebody does like a light, he won't just insta parry it like you'd want him to. There's Ring the Bell. He basically does a Centurion tap. On. Alright, there's the unblockable one, the Twin Vipers. That's actually a really good one that I love about this character. Here. Oh, and here's his sprint attack. It's that thing. Alright, the pushback kick. Let's see. I've actually not used this move, the pushback kick. It didn't, like, wait, hold on. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. I was pressing L. Cause that stuff confuses me. So basically, if you want to get your enemy away from you, or just literally troll them, because you could ledge them doing that, then yeah. Alright, now change to the Shinobu. I wouldn't be able to do Centurion because Centurion, I don't know how you do his unblockable. Like it says, just hold it, but that doesn't do an unblockable. That just does a thing where he'll jump at you, where he'll jump, or not jump, but he'll hold it in. You know, I'll do a Centurion. I'll do Centurion as well. But the thing is like his unblockable one. There's something that wasn't said from when I like tried to practice his moves. The Shinobi is freaking crazy. Here's what most people like, or you'll see a lot of this actually against bots, is they'll try to throw the Kusarigama at you, which isn't too annoying. That's not the worst thing about the character. The worst thing about the character for most people is probably the fact that he can follow up any attack with a light attack, and it's guaranteed. So, like Shadow Dancer, that light attack is guaranteed. Sickle Rain, oh, this one's gonna be hard to pull off. If it's not the special lefts. Okay, it didn't work because I got the execution, but let me show you how this works. Also, he's got a second run. Alright, but Sickle Rain is you'll do this. So it's like the Peacekeepers thing, but you kind of hold them down, and there's another way to do it. Ghoul's Rage. Then just for the execution. That's probably like the most accurate thing about this character, besides, you know, some of the memes or references his two characters and all that stuff. Like this guy literally looks like he could be pulled out of Naruto with this look. Alright. Spider Silk Whip, so you hold, and then, oh, okay, so basically you can do that twice, but I do not recommend doing that. Tackle, it's more of a slide, then, okay, yeah, super sprint. Then you can also do a few other things, but I'll save that for the move set. Alright, so you can do a grab, which is pretty good if you want to just get a free execution, because if they don't fight back, you can literally, it's pretty much the Orochi's thing, but you know, you get the gist. One thing I don't like is when you parry his like heavy, it literally just pulls you in. Oh god, this is the Sickle Rain mix-up. Then you can also do a backflip, but don't do that near a ledge. character can be pretty annoying if you don't know what you're doing. And that's probably why so little people play him. It's just his moveset is not the easiest to actually master. I wish I could see some friends that actually, you know, played this character, because this character is pretty good. Like this okay, hold on. If I can do the tap right this time, this is probably his worst. This is probably okay. Hold on. I'll do it after I just tap this guy twice by throwing at him. But alright, hold on. Look at him. Here's something you could do. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's another thing, is you can do that. So you can. It's like this guy's really good at positioning himself. Hold on. So you can tap them as well. So front roll. Alright, but front roll. Hold. Release. Hold on. It's hold. Release. Oh, cool. Oh, man. I didn't even know that was part of his moveset. Hold on. Ooh, that's a front. That's a crushing front roll. Cool. Hold on. Then just unleash the tap of the sickles. Dead. Like you know, when you fight a good version of this character, you're pretty much doomed. I remember me and a friend were like playing brawls, and there was like one actually good lawbringer, and then one of these guys who's ledging with them, and I'm just like, how are you ledging with them? So, this is probably a really cancerous thing, is doing this. I can see a lot of cancerous things you could do with this character, and that's not even the full moveset. Backflip is you could alright, here's how it wants you to do the backflip. Alright, you can do alright, I did the crushing backflip as well. So basically there's a lot of things you can do with the backflip. So alright, here's like probably the best form of the backflip. Alright, so you got alright, so here's what you could do. You can do this. Hold on. If I did it right, hold on. And I don't do the backflip part right. So you can do that. Or you could do that. Yeah, of course that would tap her to death. This guy has like the least health bar, so I'd recommend going for some defense stuff as well. That is a health bar destroyed right there. Double dodge. This character, when used right, is so freaking annoying, bro. Like, I could only imagine the cancer of a full team of shinobis that know this full moveset like the back of their hand. And again, we are still not done, but most of these... Okay. Teleport kick. I know this one, but, like it's not the easiest to pull off, so. Like, this one is a deflect one. Teleport light attack and then teleport kick. Those ones are both of those will bleed. But basically what you'll do is you basically go behind them. But you need to do a deflect, so I won't show those off. Because deflecting for me, I actually didn't know how to do it until just now. Or not. Alright, there's the kick. There's the kick. Hold on. Also, like, don't just do, like, the heavy and then all that stuff. Okay, I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to actually pull off the second heavy, but if you do, then they are going to get the sickle rain. And because it's guaranteed if you pull them down, it's a sickle rain. which will destroy people. But I'll try to get that bonus, like, automatic light. And then I'll do Centurion, but the thing is, I will show you what I mean by, like, the held heavy doesn't actually do what it's supposed to. Definitely not what it's supposed to. Because here, if I go to Centurion, now if I knew how to combo lock with this character, then oh my god, he'd be at rep 3 already. Because combo locking with this character is a thing. I mean, most people are like saying, oh, in the moves, like this character with this move, oh, don't do this though, that's not fair, that's overpowered. Well, it's in the game for a reason, and it's in the moveset. Yet you're not complaining about the Centurion being able to do all of his bullcrap, up where he combo locks. I don't even know how you freaking do that. Alright, charge heavy. Okay, they changed it. So now the... Alright. Hold on. Like, I remember though, like, people would do unblockables somehow when they charged up a heavy. I actually don't know how to do that. Alright, but here's something to tip. If you can get a charged heavy in, you pretty much destroy about half a health bar right there. And then also, if you want to feel like really cancerous, you could just do this. Hold on, I was trying to do a zone attack. Because the zone attack is he slices 3 times, so it's basically like he did 3 light attacks. Alright, so you got this, which I like to do this with, because it just destroys a big part of the health bar. Lion's Claws. Oh wait, I was just doing... but like what I was doing is I just kept slashing side by side. Lion's Jaws. Because light attacks will like be stopped by stuff like that. Sit the fuck down. I only rep this character because he was close to it, and I really actually don't know. I don't like this character, honestly. It's probably because he's so popular, and most people try to expect a combo lock and stuff. Like, I think I could probably find someone who, when they see a Centurion, they instantly just go and leave the game. And I bet you could find somebody like that. Eagle's Fury. That's actually a move I would use a lot. You know, somebody's getting away from you, you just go, that. Alright. And this is better than, like, if you had to do this with a friend, you know? Alright, here's the Legion kick. Alright, here's the Legion kick combo. The Legion kick is always gonna hit, which is funny to me. So, the jab, which is doing that. And then the charge jab. It's the one where they'll fall on the ground. And literally that's so good when you mix it with, because otherwise people will dodge it, because same thing with like a full shoulder bash. You know, you can easily just dodge out of the way of it. I don't even remember getting this blade, I just have it. Parry counter, that one I guess you jab when you do a parry. So hit or block. Alright, there's the jab combo, so it's hit. Well, that's the quick throw. Was that like his combo lock right there? If that is his combo lock, then yeesh. Hold on. Oh, this is like the peacekeeper. Okay, so if you need to work off an opponent's stamina, this will be like Peacekeeper and Shinobi. If I can get it to work right, that's how that works, and it'll destroy somebody's stamina. And I'll do the parry counter just because. That's the easiest thing to do. Hold on. There. Come at me, dude. How's it deflect? I need a parry. That wasn't right. Let me parry. Because this guy's actually really good with deflecting. Hold on, wait. Move set. On. Dang it! I thought I hit the button, but I just blocked. Nope, that's a deflect. There we go. I did it right. I think his combo locking is just as like attacks that are that much annoying. There's that. Alright, so there is a way to do an unblockable somehow. I just don't know how because it's not said in the game. Like, it's like, oh, you know, you're supposed to do a thing, but, like, nowhere. Okay, if I look over here, there's, like, no combo that actually allows you to do an unblockable, but, hold on, Imperial Might. Hold that to finish. Oh, okay. There we go. So basically, let's say that so that it's okay. Now I get it. Okay, now I might as well main this character because I just learned the best part about him, which is that unblockable. I also have to look up how to combo lock, just because I want to be that much of a... because the two probably easiest characters to grind are Centurion, and if you combo lock with Centurion, then he's definitely way easier. And, hold on, I'll show you why the other character, but it's Centurion and Lawbringer. So, for Centurion and Lawbringer mains, you guys are gonna have a good time. Because if you combo lock with Centurion, you destroy people. Because there's literally almost no way out of that besides counter guard breaking. Or actually, I don't even think you can counter guard break most of it. But also the Lawbringer. Now, Lawbringer, this would have to be against AI, but you know, you can do Dominion AI and orders, and this will really easily level you up. And probably after I get my Raider up to Rep 3, I'll do this method for the Lawbringer to get him to Rep 3. Because very easily you could just spam like bots, because the spam I showed, and I will show it off again just because, this character, he's got a spam that you can do, and this spam works on level 1 and 2 bots, so, and it definitely won't work on players unless they're noobs. Now, you can run out of stamina for this. This isn't like the Centurion's infinite combo where it almost never runs out. But you can't get out of this one unless you are a, bot? Or unless you are a player, because you can parry out of that very, very easily. And actually, I'm pretty sure the shove can be counter guard broken, but lucky for all you Lawbringer mains who just need an easy grind. There you go, because shabam, shaboom, shabooski, shabam, shaboom, shabooski. Especially on the weaker characters, that will very much destroy them. Character. Like, so lucky to all those Lawbringer mains out there, because that's like the easiest way to grind the character. And then Centurion, just combo lock, doesn't matter on what. See you guys in the next one. Bye.